Before we start on lesson 4, the first step you're going to have to do to be able to access your cantilever drawing, you will have to change the name from, um, in this case, you had a lesson 3-3 D block, and you need to change it to cantilever dash last name. And I'm gonna do that on the iPad. If you have a desktop, um, there is an option to the left of the name at the top of the screen. You see the dark blue bar. It's one of the options to the left of it. You gotta click and find out. It will be an option to rename your file. In the case of your iPad, you're gonna click the 3 buttons all the way to the right of the top right of the screen, the 3 dots, and then that icon that's all the way to the far right as well. Click on that, and I'm going to rename it Cantilever, and hold on, oh, there we go, Cantilever Elizarbe. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's gonna make it a lot easier for me to find, because I am going to import the parts from this drawing into my assembly file, which is completely separate. Now, the next thing that you would have to do is you have to create a version of this drawing. And how we're going to do that is we're going to click on the iPad on the top left, right next to the arrow to the left. You're going to click this little symbol right here, manage versions. You're going to click on that, and you're going to click the icon that's next to the X. Now, if you're working on a laptop or a desktop, that icon next to the X is going to be right to the left of the file name at the top dark blue bar. That you see that you won't have to click 2 steps. You can just click it and immediately you can create a version. So we're going to click on that, and of course I've already done this. I'm just doing this to make sure that you understand how to do this. So in the case of this class, we're going to name it assembly version, and because this is my second time doing this, I'm going to call it assembly version 2.0. And you're going to just going to call it assembly version. And for cantilever assembly, or you can put for D block. Okay, that's just forget it. You can click OK. Now, you won't be able to insert parts of the drawing unless you have done this step. And that will happen when we exit this drawing, and I'm going to click on assembly, and you won't be able to insert the parts into this drawing, into this assembly page, until you have done that on the original cantilever drawing.